Hello guys and welcome back. We are back in Uganda. We're here to discover what luxury looks like in Entebbe. So we have had the chance to actually come all this way to the Ham Palm Villas. The main point of us making these trips is to be able to see if there's an exchange of information. You know, when we're talking about luxury, we're not just talking about the size of the house. We have to talk about the details, you know, the attention to every small piece in that house, to the workmanship, to the care that is put in. So we are here to fully understand, what does luxury look like for the people of Uganda? Oh wow, guys, we're gonna take a look at one of the types of houses that is on this property. Let me tell you, I've been told that this is a smart city with smart homes. So there are several different types of houses, but I'm going to take you through this one. I just want you guys to fully appreciate this entryway. We have the cabros laid out nice. If you can have your cars parked here, we have enough space for that. I love the fact that there's still, as much as we're in a smart city with smart homes, there's still been a consideration to have a nice lawn with the grass is actually pretty well kept. We can see that there's plants, and once these grow out, it'll feel super natural. But I have to take a step back and fully appreciate the front of this house. The colors, the textures, you can see how much detail has been put into this. Just come a bit closer, you can see from the bottom, we have this really nice layout of stone that's really been kept in place by having this grate here holding it in place. And then we have the plants, and then you can see the texture of the wall here. We have these darker gray, kind of a brick clay type of texture, and then just the play of colors. The nice sympathetic gray color, but being emphasized by the different textures. And then you can see how the windows have gone all the way up. I haven't gone in yet, but we'll get the full effect of that as we walk through. There's so much lighting here. Guys, I feel like I'd be stuck here at the front of this house, but let's go in, and then we can also go to the back and see what's going on there. Oh, these are so ultra modern. You can immediately feel it's modern. These tiles, guys, you know we love tiles. You can tell that these are not some cheap tiles that was just chosen to put it on the floor just to say we completed building the house. The texture of it, the color of it, the fact that it has that wood feel that we love is just amazing. This is obviously open plan, and as I am here, I can now get the full effect of these windows. Really nice, big and open, allowing in that light, and again, allowing you to be able to actually look outside and appreciate all the gorgeous views. I am slowly backing up into the kitchen. You can see the cabinetry is going down. You can see the types of lighting, how each one is actually unique for the different spaces. I've noticed the living room has very different lights from the lights that we have here. And then we have this really nice chandelier. And then we have, I don't know what it is about. You know, the contrast between black and white is just something that's key and classy. These lights, task lights, that are obviously going to be looking down on what's going to be a counter. So well done. So much cabinetry. I feel like Uganda and fine urban interiors are like the perfect match. You can see that a lot of the things that are in this house are things I emphasize on. So now we're going up these stairs. Now this is a nice standard contemporary staircase. But again, if you look at the color, everything in this house just goes so well together. Nothing is too harsh. There's no shouting colors, allowing the client to come in and really put in their own decorations, which again, I have to emphasize, fine urban construction interiors take special care to make sure that the paint that we're selecting still allows the client to make their house feel like a home. Oh, wow. Guys, I love this space. This has to be a family room. This looks like a place that's dedicated to have a couple of seats and a TV, just like we like it. You want to have multiple different spaces to relax, but of course I have to look up you have to see the gypsum design, which is another element that Fine Urban Construction Interiors pays a lot of detail to. And you can see here, they've also done the same thing. We have the tucked in lights. We have a really nice, subtle design, but still very impactful. We have the lights going on, and then we have a path here. But I have to mention, as I was touching this glass, it feels pretty solid because, you know, anytime you see glass in a place such as this, people can be quite scared and think that it's easy to break. I can tell you, they've gone that extra mile to actually make sure that it's strong glass, just like we do. But here we are. Oh my gosh, guys, this place is perfect. You stand here and look out. Something like this, having a view like this. If my kids, my imaginary kids, are outside playing football, I could just come outside and look at that. The view is incredible. The arrangement of how nature has been placed in this space is beautiful. The touches of red, I don't know what plant that is, but you can see down to that, they must have worked with a great landscaper to make sure that when you come outside your house, the balance of green to red and cabro, and it's incredible. And then, I don't know if I mentioned we're on a hill. It's breathtaking. What can I say, really? There's so much more to see, so let's keep on going. There's another set of stairs here. I like the arrangement of how it's not like directly, because that would really affect how the house looks. But because they put it slightly to the side, we have room there. I'm really curious to hear what the plan is, if there is a plan, or if that's another space that's allocated for the client to make their house feel like a home. We are on the rooftop, guys. This is even a better view than what we had downstairs. Oh, you get to see all the trees. You get to have a feel of exactly where you are on probably a hilltop. But, oh, the neighborhood looks great. This seems like the type of place you'd actually want to live. Again, you get to look out. Now from here, you can actually see what I presume, like way over there, is tennis court. I'm not much of a tennis player, but if I lived in an area like this, I would make full use of that. And I can see that it seems like there's still a lot of construction going on. I can see that there's quite a lot of plans. I am so curious to find out what's happening, but overall, walking through this house, I can see that there's a lot of great ideas. I can see that there's great construction, but I can also see the White House. I am here to focus on the real estate of Ham Palm Villas. I want to have a deeper understanding of what the goal is, what the vision is. So I'm going to make my way upstairs and meet the sales executive who can give us a better idea of what the end goal is with this project. Hi.
Hi.
It's really nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Cynthia.
Can you please remind me your name?
My name is Karim.
Oh, lovely.
And
I've
you?
been told, my name is Cynthia.
Nice meeting you, Cynthia.
I've been told that you're the person who's going to be able to walk us through and talk us through what the vision of Ham Palm Villas is
Yes.
all about.
Yes.
So,
My name is Karim once again.
yes, the sales executive.
Sales executive, yes.
Yes.
This is our head office, the White House.
Yeah, the White House.
Yes.
It really does feel like the White House.
As now, it's the head office of Ham group of companies, but as well as the head office for Ham Palm Villas.
Yes. Oh, wow, this is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Ah, it's so incredible. Yeah.
This is what I've been talking about. Ham Palm Villas. This is what we are setting up.
Yes.
It's a city.
It's the
Over
city.
500 houses.
A smart city, you
A
mentioned.
smart city.
Yes.
We're not just sitting in houses, as we're seeing them, but a lifestyle.
Yes.
A lifestyle, and we are very optimistic
Yes.
that so many people will embrace what we are really setting up.
It's easy to embrace. I feel like I'm embracing it.
Of course.
So I know I've just gotten a small glimpse of what's
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
I know people have so many questions. So where can they go to see all this information?
You can visit our website,
Yeah.
hampamvillas.homes. Yes.
.homes, not
Dot
.com, guys.
Yes.
.homes.
.homes.
I'm very curious. I just have one last question.
Yes, please.
Who is the developer of this incredible project?
Oh, thank you. The developer is Mr. Hamis Chigundu.
Yes,
He's a Ugandan born
yes.
with such kind of visions.
Oh, it's incredible.
And we are very optimistic
Yeah.
that we shall have so many Hamis Chiguns in Uganda, I think in Kenya,
Yes.
so that they can really put up such developments in our country and East Africa as well.
Yeah, we are here. We are ready as Pine Oven Construction Interiors.
That's so
Collaborations are key.
Thank you so great.
Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you once again.
Thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you so much.
Right behind me is a brand new project that we're working on. I think by a glimpse you guys can tell we're in more of a rural area. So this is a farmhouse. We have a huge piece of land here. It's so green. The wind is rustling through the leaves and the trees. This environment is so beautiful. We have big open skies. Now, the name of this area is Namlange Buso. I hope I said that right. I know I butcher things, but now I just want to take you guys to get a glimpse of the size of the house, because you can tell it's one story, but that from the outside, that's actually quite deceiving. It is such a huge space. So let's go and get a feel of the sizes of the rooms. So this is the entrance. Ooh, guys are busy at work doing the measurements, so we're going to swiftly move on. Welcome. So right here where I'm standing, I have one of the best views of Lake Victoria. And I have good news. We get to have the opportunity to play around with this piece of land. So what I'm gonna do here today is walk you through this plot of land. It's just a piece of land, there's nothing on it, and it's going to be our pleasure to actually construct a home. Now, before I can start walking through the land, I wanna give you a glimpse of the piece of land that we're actually working with. So as we are walking through the land, you won't get a good idea of what the shape of it is actually like. So here I have a piece of paper. The red outline is actually the shape of the land that we're going to be working with. Right here is what's right behind me where you can see Lake Victoria. So with this in mind, we have to figure out how we're going to play with the landscape to give the client the most out of the piece of land and of course, the most out of that gorgeous view of Lake Victoria. So let's take a tour of the land. So the idea is actually to have one area be a bit higher than the other. We're thinking on that end, we'll have it be a bit lower and have this end be higher. We're actually trying to figure out, as we're here, looking around, what will be the best placement for the house. That way, we can have the freedom to play around with the landscaping. And as I said before, one of the main things that we want to do is make sure that we're making the most out of the incredible views. So the only way for us to do that is by talking to the client, as we always do. So at this point, we're very sure we're going to have a gazebo and we're going to have an infinity pool that will exist on that side. So we have the rest of this space to figure out the placement of the house. Our client actually happens to be from the diaspora, which is so incredible that not only are we able to gain the trust of Kenyans who are in the diaspora, but we're also able to gain the trust of Ugandans who are in the diaspora. We really, really like that, because that way, when they actually allow us to shoot their properties, they're also able to follow along with the journey every step of the way, and that's why we do what we do. So when we have a piece like this, it means that we are starting from scratch. So there's going to be a lot of construction, landscaping. You guys know each step of the way. You've seen us do it time and time again. So keep in tune if you want to know exactly what Fine Urban Construction Interiors does from scratch. So as I said, we're going to do the construction, we're going to do the finishing, we're going to do the landscaping, and this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to get to see each and every excruciating detail of what we do as a company. We are back where it all began. There's so much I want to tell you since the last time we were here. Obviously, as soon as you look around, you can tell we haven't quite started the work yet. And I will be explaining in a minute exactly why that is, but we are completely ready to go. As always, it's been a journey and a half. We have taken the road again. We have been going around Uganda to different sites, but of course we had to come back here. This is what really started it all. I think after we did that last video and people in Uganda got to see and got to have that confidence that Fine Urban Construction Interiors is actually going to come to your site and take a look and analyze, I am so happy to be back here as much as there's nothing going on. And the reason for that actually is because that first visit was to come analyze, talk about the ideas that we have, see what the client wanted, because you can't send photos and get the same impression. So we took all that information, took it back to our offices in Kenya, analyzed, drew up some plans, and then once we confirmed with the client that everything was a-okay, they gave us the green light, and now we're back ready to actually start the work. So just for a very, very brief refresher, some of the major changes that we're planning to make on this property, we are completely going to shift this entrance over to the other side. And speaking of the other side, that perimeter wall is going to be demolished and then shoved all the way back. There's another piece of land over there that we're doing so much work on. Guys, to get a more detailed idea of what we're going to do, go and watch that other video. I went into a lot of detail, but also where I'm standing right now, we have big plans. So go watch that video. But in order for you guys to keep up with every step that we're doing, go and subscribe to our channel, Keeping Up with Fine Urban Interiors. Not Fine Urban Interiors, like you can subscribe to both, but go and check out Keeping Up with Fine Urban Interiors.